Hi, Drago. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself, your background, and how did you get involved with the Pigletz project?
Hi everybody, I'm Dragan Mimitev and I'm a front developer, backend developer, blockchain developer, game developer, just a tech savvy.
What is your role in Pigletz? How did you contribute to the project?
Yeah, I took part in Pigletz as one of the contract developers, creating certain part of the features, taking part into architecting the project itself with the team, and slowly experimenting with ideas and features for the near future.
That's very cool. Can you share more specific details about your work? What softwares you use? What technologies you use? Like what exactly you're doing?
Okay. Yeah. More specifically for the project itself, contract-wise, I've implemented the staking. Therefore, I'm more oriented towards blockchain technologies and more towards the certain implementation of like how a user interacts with the blockchain itself. Package-wise and framework-wise, we already know, like most of us know about ethers, or most of us know about WAGMI or like similar providers, like local providers, therefore connecting to an RPC providers and so on. I'm trying to, personally, I've tried to work towards easing the load and easing the idea of how a user should interact with the project itself and make it as easy as possible for somebody new to introduce themselves and onboard themselves into how to work with a piglet, or how can they buy a piglet, or specifically how to stake piglet.
That's a very important part of the project. Without it, it wouldn't function. We have a question for every individual team member, but I'm gonna make it a little bit different. The question is, looking forward, what's one idea or aspect that you would like to see in the Piglet's project? But I would also like to know, is there a blockchain which you would like to see in the Piglet's project? Because we're going towards multi-chain projects. Do you think that will help the Piglets?
Well, chain-wise, I wouldn't say specific chain, but I'm getting more and more into the chains that are using Rust as a language for writing their contracts or like interacting with the network and so on. I think that would expand the possibilities more towards like how a native project would be able to interact with an idea of a blockchain project. Meaning that maybe you'll be able to create a game engine with the specific integration for blockchain, communication, without having to use a middleman service in this case. That would be very interesting for me personally, due to the idea that a lot of the projects would benefit that, and I think that a lot of the game-related blockchain projects right now should be very interested into integrating easily their interaction with any type of a blockchain connected contract or connected interaction, whatever, or even a wallet, to ease the load of, for example, any type of microtransaction in their game, instead of like having to provide a lot of, credentials for which credit card should they use or whatever type. I think that would be very beneficial for the whole gaming industry now, as a person that is very involved into the development of that industry, and I think would be very interesting and very helpful for the further development of blockchain itself.
That's for sure true. We see a lot of big companies going in that direction, and for sure it's something we're gonna see in the near future. Smart contracts and blockchains aside, is there any future which you would like to see in the Piglets, like game-wise or DeFi or whatever?
Specifically, again, I would love to see the near future of how would the game interpret its game direction in this case. But on the other side, a lot of people would see the project as a security-driven project too. So in this case, I would love to, it would be kind of a basic answer in this case, but I would love to see how sort of a startup indie project like this would be able to interpret that communication between like security, gaming, and a normal user of a project like that, how we would be able to evolve that into something interesting for the user, or maybe something entirely new for the industry itself.
Yeah.
It all depends on like how the future turns out and what do we come up with as ideas and what the community would come up as possibilities for maybe again perhaps their ideas, what do they give, or like the possibilities of what is currently implemented in the project, and just scatter it around, throw it back and forth, and see if somebody in the community itself came up with something ingenious, maybe become part of the team. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. We for sure can see that. It happened with a lot of projects which exploded in the previous bull market.
Absolutely, yeah.
Our last question is there something in the Piglets project that you think is not appreciated enough, like that you want people to know more about?
Yeah, it's a kind of a complex topic about if features are being appreciated or not by specific people, and I've received comments on let's say that maybe the project should go more for its visual representation, the fact that it has like very interesting visual interpretation in this case of what could it be in an NFT market, or other people really love the security of the project itself. But they don't really have that much of a strive for like how does it visually look. I think what is not being very appreciated is the fact that it's an all-around project in this case.
For sure.
Everybody that can think that it would be contributing to that specific idea can give it a thought, can give it, can have a discussion with team itself. Every part of the team itself has a discussion with every part of the team itself, meaning that if an idea is ingenious and can be interpreted in this project, then it could be evolved into a very good idea or very good implementation of something new as a feature for itself. I understand that people really like a specific idea of blockchain and they kind of stick to it, even if it's only for the visual part, for a picture or an image as an NFT. But I think that this project can actually gather up that whole all around specific of like maybe it could be gaming, maybe it could be security, maybe it could be something else. And I think that's what makes the project really unique in this case, because it tries to strive for an all-around perfection rather than only one specific thing, and market everything else as just something that it's included in the project just to gather up like a new community. So yeah, I think as an all-around project overly developed, I think that it should be kept as is, and that would lead to very interesting future of new features, or maybe very expanded, specifically already implemented features. You never know.
Yeah, thank you a lot for your brief explanation of what you do, of how you see the project going in the future. It was very interesting to hear your point of view too. And that's it from our interview. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.